The defense is ahead 3-1, 4-0, right in there. Because basically, there's a couple of things that you have to remember. You have the legal discussion, and then you have the factual discussion. So the left stream media goes on and on hysterically about the facts, because there's the old legal adage, if you don't have the law with you, talk about the facts, okay? So the point is, an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, it's not illegal. Many people would be surprised to hear that. What? Right. It's not illegal? No, it's not illegal. And this is the basis of this hysterical discussion, which is, look at that. They killed this story. Oh, my God. And they just talk about the facts. The point is, it's not illegal. So that doesn't get you anywhere. Second of all, filing false business records requires specifically an intent to defraud. They don't have that. Again, a legal point, not a factual one. And they go on and on and on. Now, Hope Hicks, a little more specific discussion. Even under the incorrect legal road that they're going down, she absolutely hurt them, because she said, no. He was very concerned about his family. Right. He was concerned about his wife. Okay. And that completely undercuts the idea that he was doing it for the election. So that was did not help at all.
Okay. Trump's up 4-0 right now. That's what you're saying. He's up.
Yes.
So yes, that leads me to my next question. So does, in your opinion, and you've been at this for years, does an acquittal, right, a hung jury, a mistrial, let's say Trump somehow wins this thing, politically, yes, does that really help Trump? Because there's this narrative out there that if he wins this thing, all of a sudden, boom, that's going to seal the deal. Trump's going to win in November. And I'm sort of the thinking that if Trump wins, his supporters and people in the middle, people that really are going to decide the next election, they're just going to move on to the next thing. I don't know if it has that big an impact. What do you think?
No, I mean, I think that's a great point and a great question, because the point is, even right now, we're seeing that this isn't necessarily hurting him. The left is hanging their hat big time on the idea that those independent voters are not going to, vote for somebody who's, and they'll go over their skis hysterically. He's a felon, he's a criminal, all of that on an incredibly, Mickey Mouse out of time misdemeanor case. But the fact of the matter is, if he wins, I think it's just kind of a wash. And I think you may very, very well see a hung jury. That's sort of my prediction.
It's certainly ebbing in that direction. At least it feels like that right now. And sort of the indicator for that is how the media is covering this. They're not covering the law. They're not covering what happens legally during this trial. They're covering stuff that doesn't make any difference. And this was Jake Tapper on CNN asks Doug Burgum, the governor, about Trump apparently sleeping during the trial. Take a listen to this exchange.
Really quickly, if I can, Lisa, your observations on Donald Trump today.
Sleeping. Again, they have tried a number of different devices. Yeah, sleeping for a lot of it. I would say they've tried a number of different devices to keep Trump awake.
His reputation really has been in the past that he's Sleepy Donald. This is rough on him. He's got to get up early every morning. He's got to go.
Not as much Coke.
Get up early every morning. That's, by the way, Kellyanne Conway's ex-husband, which is just remarkable. So Donald Trump, and I thought this was smart, on Truth Social, he addressed the rumors and innuendo that he is sleeping during trial. Contrary to the fake news media, I don't fall asleep during the crooked DA's witch hunt, especially not today. I simply close my beautiful blue eyes, sometimes listen intensely, and take it all in, Doug. Probably the right way to play that, huh?
I had a professor in law school who said, and he was in real world cases, it was interesting, and he said, the way your pencil is pointed on the table can make a difference to a jury. It was very interesting. So Donald Trump, these people have no idea how a trial works, and they don't understand what trial nuances are. So he may very well be closing his eyes to telegraph that this is a ridiculous case. It's absurd, and this testimony is so boring, something like that. To argue that he's not energetic is just ridiculous.
Well, I've met the former president on a few occasions, and I've heard this. I've heard this from politicos several times, that the more time you spend with Donald Trump, the more you like him, and you can't really help it. He's got that much charisma, and the argument is that the longer this goes on, and the more the jury is in the same room with Donald Trump, the more maybe, oddly enough, it works in Trump's favor. We're starting